This is Optimal Living Daily Relationships, episode 141, What to Do with an Emotionally Unavailable Man, by Evan Marc Katz of evanmarckatz.com. And I'm Joss Marie, your personal narrator, bringing you some of the best relationship blogs on the planet every Monday through Friday, right here on the Relationships edition of Optimal Living Daily. Today, I have a post by Evan Marc Katz with advice for handling an emotionally unavailable man. And while it's technically written for women, men should find it interesting too. Also, if you find our content uplifting and know someone else who may benefit from it too, go ahead and share the show with them. You can simply show them how to subscribe right on their phone, or send them a link right to oldpodcast.com/listen. And with that, let's hear today's post as we optimize your life. What to Do with an Emotionally Unavailable Man, by Evan Marc Katz of evanmarckatz.com. Man, I wish I wrote this. I've never been an emotionally unavailable man. Even when I was in my 10-year online dating phase, I always wanted to fall in love. So while I can't personally identify with guys who are shut off from love, I can acknowledge one thing. They keep me in business. And yet, today, I'm going to continue to do my part to put myself out of business by sharing this really well-written piece from singleblackmale.com on what emotionally unavailable men are thinking and doing when you're dating them. Here are a handful of excellent takeaways that I want you to internalize ASAP, so you will no longer waste time on another dead-end guy. Number 1, being emotionally unavailable doesn't mean he's dead. It means he's not serious about falling in love at this point. Quote, "Now, the fact that we are emotionally unavailable doesn't mean that we're no longer desirous of a woman's attention and affection. It also doesn't mean we've lost the ability to perceive attractiveness and beauty, and it most definitely doesn't mean we're no longer interested in sex. We will want all of those things, and we're still going to work toward getting all of those things. Understanding this is essential to understanding the emotionally unavailable man. Women often seem to assume that because a man is single, educated, employed, handsome, possessed with great taste, a great wardrobe, and is a generally good guy, he is automatically on the market. This is an absolute fallacy." Unquote. Number 2, ignore the positives, believe the negatives. Maybe it was our overt actions, not claiming you as a girlfriend. Maybe it was our silence 1 week after a date. Maybe it was our actual words, "I'm not looking for anything serious right now." But you didn't pay attention, says the author about women who ignore the signs. Quote, "They figure if they can determine why we're emotionally unavailable, then they can just help us address that issue and all will be right with the world." Still though, no matter how stern our warnings, no matter how many times we tell you that our emotional unavailability is serious and not a game, you still find a way to allow yourselves to fall to the point of no return. Unquote. Number 3, just because he's emotionally unavailable doesn't mean he's evil. Quote, "If we communicate to you in no uncertain terms that we're very interested in you, but not interested in anything serious with anyone, and you choose to proceed, we see that as the green light to be the naturally great guys we've always been. This means we're going to be thoughtful, we're going to be charming, and we're going to make your friends laugh when you introduce us to them. We're going to check on you when you're sick, send you good morning emails and good night text messages. When we go out together, we're going to do everything we're supposed to do to make sure you have a good time, and if you let us, we're going to do everything in our power to please you sexually. Why? Because a good guy takes pride in making sure a woman in his company has enjoyed her time with him." Unquote. Amen. I dated lots of women during my single life. You'd be hard-pressed to find any of them who would say, "That Evan is a miserable asshole. He has no idea what makes women tick. What a terrible communicator. He's so selfish and insensitive that he'll never make a woman happy." In other words, He can be a good guy and do everything right. But if he's not acting like a boyfriend, you're wasting your time. Number 4, you claim to be a powerful woman, but you don't act like it. Oh boy, now we're cutting close to the bone. Quote, men use a formula to assign value to the women in their lives, and a large part of that formula is derived from how much we believe that woman values herself. If you've been giving us all of you while requiring nothing more than our bare minimum, then that negatively affects how much we believe you value yourself. And we know in our heart we can never be with you. No matter how much we want to, we can't build up the motivation to give you everything if we know you've been content with us giving you barely anything. We need to be challenged. We need to know that you'll accept nothing less than everything. Unquote. This is why I tell you repeatedly to act like the CEO and treat men like interns. If he's not showing up and you're putting up with it, it's not his fault. It's yours for not firing him. You can't expect him to value you like a girlfriend if you don't insist on being treated like a proper girlfriend. You just listened to the post titled, What to Do with an Emotionally Unavailable Man by Evan Marc Katz of evanmarckatz.com. Thanks for listening today, and again, if you'd like to share our show with friends, family, or anyone else you think may take interest in the content, simply show them how to subscribe right on their phone, or just send them a link right to oldpodcast.com/listen. Thanks for sharing. And that's a wrap for today. I hope to see you again tomorrow with a post from lovein90days.com, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com, that's OLDpodcast.com, for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.